What's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here on this beautiful money-making Saturday here with the Pig Dogs Morning Show. We're here 365 every single day, ladies and gentlemen. Here just to give you guys our thoughts, our opinions, and how we see the day's action shaping out. Early preview of the dog days, man. We are in the dog days. We got one game left in the NBA, and we're in the dog days. So full schedule of Major League Baseball today, 15 games, and we got 2 games from the dub, 17 games in total, plus sides and totals, which means plenty of different money-making opportunities, man. I got a great crew of guys with me here today. Ron the Don Romanelli on a Saturday, and Jovan Burtz is here as he usually is on the weekends. Hey, man, I think we're finna make some money today. I'm excited. I'm ready to do it. Ron, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing well, Jay. Thanks for having me. Solid baseball card today. Not my favorite in terms of betting perspective, but things we saw a lot of runs yesterday across the league, and I think it's going to be some more exciting games today. WNBA card looks decent, so I'm ready. These are the types of cards we're going to have to get used to for the next month and a half.
Yep, for sure. College football and NFL still, they're on the horizon. I can see them, but still got to wait till they get here. So baseball and the dub gonna have to suffice us here for a little minute. It's all good. Money is green the same. I think it's a way harder betting. I tweeted that yesterday. It's way harder betting than baseball than it is basketball. At least for me. I see basketball much better than I see baseball. But I'm here every day, letting you guys know my thoughts, my opinions, man. And whether you're to fade me, rock with me, ride with me, we're here for an hour every morning. So let's do exactly that, man. Jovan, what's happening, my man? How you doing today?
Doing all right. Not my favorite card. Don't really like a lot of games, but that's when you do a little bit more digging and you get a little bit, more gold as far as I'm concerned. So the results will tell it, but I think this is going to be a workmanlike effort for this Saturday as far as I'm concerned. Yesterday I got a little cute, had Baltimore +5 on the first 5 innings. They scored 1 run in the 6th to tie it up. Should have had that in the 5th. I would have got the win. It happens. Got a little bit too cute. They ended up winning outright. Should have had them at +1.5 and just, not try to tweak things. But tweaking things have been overall fruitful for me this season. So, it's gonna happen sometimes, but it's not gonna happen today. We're gonna get to it.
We're gonna get to it. That's what we're gonna do. I was 2-3 yesterday. 2-2 in baseball. Cash plus money with the Marlins and the Orioles. Had them both money line. Lost with the under in the Pirates Rangers. And I feel like there was one more I lost. Can't think off the top of my head. And then I lost in the dub. Oh, that one hurt. That dub loss hurt me. I ain't gonna lie, that one hurt. I had the Wings. I had the Wings -4.5.
Oh yeah.
Up 6. They hit the 3. 9 seconds left on the clock though. So you at least think you're finna get the foul coming back the other way, go up 5. Then the other team's gonna shoot some BS to try for the cover. No, they don't even foul after they hit the 3. What the fuck? So that was
Hold on. How did that play out? They hit the 3, they're down 3 with 9 seconds left. How don't they?
So I didn't watch it completely. I wasn't home, but what I gathered was Enrique got the ball and just ran away from everybody. Is what I'm gathering.
For 9 seconds?
That's what I've gathered happened. I have to go back and watch it. I didn't watch it for myself, but that's pretty much what everybody said. And she just ran away.
Ran away for 9 seconds.
Yes.
Good God.
Yes.
I'd have threw something at the TV.
Yeah. Here's what it was, man. Be what it be. When you betting hoops, you get beat by the meaningless 3.
I can see 5 seconds, but the extra 4 seconds.
9 seconds.
Well, it looks like she even made the shot with 13.4 on the clock too.
Oh Lord, no.
Oh, wow.
13 seconds running around.
The WNBA doesn't believe in the foul game.
Oh man. But It is what it is. Bounce back. I'm now 18-7 on my top play in the dub. One at 19-6, but it's all good. We'll wear it. We'll wear it. I'm gonna try to bounce back today. 2 games to do exactly that, man. So before we get started, he's in the comments. He's looking for you.
I just responded.
Man, that bet's gonna come right down to it. I've been telling you both of y'all that all week. It's funny y'all just keep missing each other. You know, like both been on twice this week, or I think Brad maybe even 3 times this week, and you twice, and y'all just missed each other. But we'll pair y'all up next week. Hopefully, get y'all together one day, see how it plays out. But yeah, man, money making Saturday. I'm ready to make some money today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ready to make some money today, betting baseball, a little bit of dub. So without further ado, let's do exactly that, fellas. And of course, we'll talk about anything else under the sun as we get there. Let's do it, man. First game on the board today, we got the Tampa Bay Rays and the Tigers battling it out. It's a good series right here, man. We got Pepio versus Herter on the mound today. We got the Orioles and the Yankees. Zach Eflin versus Clark Schmitty. We got the 50-50 Twins battling it out with the Milwaukee Brewers. Jose Quintana versus Woods Richardson. And we got the St. Louis Cardinals battling it out with the Cincinnati Reds, Sutter, versus Sonny Gray. Decent 4-game slot to start off the day. Ron the Don Romanelli, where are you going first?
Well, you know my thoughts on Simeon Woods Richardson. So we're going over the total in Brewers Twins. We saw a ton of runs yesterday in that game. I think we see plenty of runs here. Jose Quintana pitching well in his first few starts. We saw him struggle in his last game. I think he continues to regress. Woods Richardson, I think, is by far the weakest link in this Twins rotation. I think in an afternoon game, we see plenty of runs and extra base hits, so give me the over. Also going to take the Tampa Bay Rays on the money line. This Rays team is playing really good baseball as of late. Tigers, I've mentioned, good team, not a team that's as good as its record on paper. We're starting to see them slip a little bit in recent series, and I think that this is a lopsided pitching matchup in favor of Tampa Bay. I like the way the bats are looking for Tampa Bay against right-handed pitching. That I think actually number 1 in baseball in team OPS against righties in the last month. Give me the Rays on the money line.
There you go, from Mr. Rundown. Jovan, how you feeling here first slot of the day?
Yeah, I've been riding the Rays, and I'm gonna ride them again today. They didn't have them on the premium yesterday, and I have no idea why. With that being said, we're just gonna keep on going where the money is, and that's with Tampa Bay. Pepio's been pitching well. He pitched well his last game at least, and I expect for him to get the job done against the Detroit team, who I still like them. They've been a money making team for me for years, even as a bad team. Just got to pick your spots for them. But this year, they're are they still on top of the heap? I believe they still are on top of the heap. They might not be at the end of the season, but I believe they'll be a playoff team. But regardless of that, it's the Rays for me in this one. Relatively decent price. So I'm back them. I'll back the Yankees. -1 though, just to drive down the price to my liking. It's at 161, 165, somewhere around there right now. I need it under that 150, so that -1 to get you there. Just the fact of the matter is Zach Eflin, I like fading him. He gave it up in a big way in his last game, and he should give it up against the Yankees team, who he's not. I don't know if he's had blow up games, but he's good to give up 3 or 4 runs against the Yankees in his starts. Meanwhile, Clark Smith back to back scoreless outings, so quite possibly could make it a third. He's pitching well right now. I am on the Milwaukee Brewers. I'm a Simeon Woods Richardson hater from way back. So that's really the long and the short of it there. Carlos Quintana, he got blown up in his last start. I expect a bounce back performance from him. And that's it.
Fair. I'm on the Brewers as well. Everybody knows Jay, Twins hater. When they're hot, I love them. When they're cold, I hate them. And I'm just gonna continue to hate them. They got one win in this little losing streak that kind of threw off what I was saying and pissed me off.
Nick Martinez, the gift that keeps on giving.
They got them one, but I think I'm not a huge Woods Richardson guy either. And I kind of like the form of Milwaukee right now. Attacking plus money in a spot like this, fading Minnesota, who's in a slump, it's kind of just what I want to do. So give me Milwaukee plus money here in this one. Rays Tigers. This is a tough game. Tough series too. I've told you the Tampa Bay Rays, one of my dark horses. I like this team, but I also really like this Tigers, and I feel like this is still today a 50-50 game. And I want to attack plus money with the Tigers. It's hard for me to get off of Detroit. The Rays are scorching hot right now. Scorching hot. Playing well, not much to say about them. But I kind of got a feeling that the Tigers still, like Jovan said, best record in the American League. These are the games where they sneak them out, where they've gotten it done. Just when you think it's time to fade them is when they come back with another one. So
it's all over for Detroit.
You've been saying that this week. They're not in great form. I do understand.
And the Mets, it's all over for the Mets, and it's all over for Detroit. Have a good season, gentlemen.
I don't think it's over for either one of them. I'm rocking with the Tigers today. I don't love it. It's not a premium for me. I understand why everybody's on Tampa. They're on Tampa for good reason. I'm going contrarian and going the other way, though. And I feel like it's a great team to do it with the best record team in the American League, the Detroit Tigers, attacking plus money. That's all I'm saying. I caught the money line yesterday with the Orioles. I was so proud of myself because I'm an Orioles hater. But I just really liked the spot for them yesterday. Yankees are slumping. Let's just call a spade a spade. This is one of the worst stretches of their entire season. And the argument can be had. The Orioles are in their best of the season. They took 2 of 4 off the scorching hot Tampa Bay Rays. The pitching has gotten much better here for the Baltimore Orioles as the season has progressed. I'm not an Eflin guy. I do like Clark Schmidt more than most, but I can't pass up plus money today with the Orioles with the current form of the Yanks. My biggest problem with the Orioles more often than not be this team is overrated and overvalued. That's not the case in this series because they're going up against the most overrated and overvalued team of all time, the New York Yankees. So just attacking value. These are two teams going in opposite directions right now. Orioles playing well, Yankees not really playing well, and I don't think the value really says that. So Orioles style spot for me here in this first one. And a small lean on the Cardinals game, just on the Cardinals. I don't love the price, but the Cardinals have shown this season that at home they're a different team, monster and animal. The Reds, a streaky team. I believe that win streak they were on is over. It's probably time to fade them. They're going to go 3-4 games under 500, then go back up 2 games, then back down 3-4. It's just who Reds are. So small lean on St. Louis, but I don't really love the price. That's the first slot of the day, ladies and gentlemen. That's the first one. We keep it rolling. Next slot we got is the Mariners and the Cubbies. I'm assuming the wind is blowing out the way this total looked, 13, 12.5. So we got Hancock versus Horton. We have the White Sox versus the Blue Jays. Savale versus Barrios. We got my favorite team, the Texas Rangers, battling it out with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Mitch Keller, no longer an ace, no longer an all-star, versus young guy for the Rangers. Not really sure what we got in him quite yet in Rocker. He got some hype. Hype hasn't really translated to the field. He's been better of recent. We'll see if he continues it today. And last game of the slot is the Giants and Jovan's team, the Red Sox, man. Bale versus Roop. I tried to cash that Devers home run last night. 0 for 5.
0 for.
Shut his ass down. We'll see if he get back on track today. Javon, man, what you like here in this slot, man?
I'll take the Mariners and Cubs over. Just the conditions in the ballpark. Wind blowing out. Is it the same as yesterday? 20 whatever mile an hour
Yeah,
clip.
it's probably one of the more hitter-friendly weather situations you're going to see. So it's got 20+ mile per hour winds blowing at the center, and
Right.
it's humid, and it's 94 degrees in Chicago.
Right. So the ball's gonna be cracking off the bat. If they get some solid wood on it. You really just gotta set it and forget it when it comes to situations like this. So it'll be the over for me. And you could have that guy, the catcher from the Seattle Mariners, hit his home run prop.
Cal Raleigh. I ain't mad
so,
at Cal Raleigh home run.
Yeah, might as well. So that's how I'll play that game. Look, it's Saturday, so they're at the Rogers Center, so I'm taking the Toronto over. It's at 8.5. This is just one of the things I do when it usually hits. This has been like this for years. So that's the only reason why I'm back in this one. The roof should be open. Aaron Savali's on the hill. He's good to give it up. And Jose Barrios, he's hit or miss. So 8.5 is too low for me. I'll take the over. I really want to touch Mitch Keller rather for the Pirates. Hard luck pitcher. He's been pitching better than what his record has indicated. Going up against the Rangers with Kumar Rocker on the mound, he's gonna give it up in a big way. But can this anemic lineup get to him? That's the problem. That's what had me back away from this one as a premium. But as a free pick, it's gonna go. So we're on the Pittsburgh Pirates. And speaking on the Red Sox game, listen, I've been fading the Red Sox and been getting smacked up for it. Trying to catch them going back on the downside. Their pitching has been phenomenal. Yesterday, given the conditions in that ballpark, the bats were cracking, the runs were scoring for both sides. Will that happen today? The conditions are similar. I think it's a little bit less as far as miles per hour, blowing out the center, but it's still blowing out. So I want to lean Giants. I think Landon Rupp, as of right now, is the better pitching option, and that's with Brian Bale coming off of that phenomenal performance against the Yankees. I like to fade him, coming off that performance. So it'll be Giants for me.
Fair. I'm gonna go the other way in that one. I'm gonna take the Red Sox. I just don't like the form of the Giants right now. It's pretty much today's one of them days. All the baseball where it's like you got a lot of teams playing well against a lot of teams who are slumping, and it's like it's today the rubber day where it flipped. That's how baseball be. But I don't know. I don't know. In this one, I think the Red Sox are just in the better form. While the Giants have been dominant at home, not of recent. You get beat up like they did by Cleveland at home. Their bats have really been cool. I think Bayo has a solid day today. I think the Red Sox at plus money is the play here. They're not playing. So when that dirty water get to playing well, y'all know I get to liking that dirty water, man. Shout out to Red Sox. So I'm gonna rock with them today. I'm gonna rock with them. Let's see. I'm also gonna rock with my favorite team, the Texas Rangers, straight up on the money line. I like what I saw yesterday. The Rangers are a streaky team too. They've been one of the worst offenses in baseball, but the offense actually looked decent last night, and I think they can carry some of that forward. I was surprised to see that game go over the total. I was so surprised to see that game go over the total. I don't trust either one of these teams offensively, but when the Rangers are playing well offensively, you kind of got to ride with them. And Mitch Keller hasn't had a great season. The Pirates haven't been great behind him this season. You see his starting record, 1-9. Like, I get why the price is where it's at. The Rangers haven't been great on the road this season. And I would still say Keller's the better starting option than Rocker, but I'm just take the better team, and that's the Texas Rangers. So that's what I'm doing here in that one. White Sox, Blue Jays. I'm with Jovan. I like that over type game. Blue Jays got cracked yesterday. I think they bounced back today with some offense. You're getting embarrassed 7-1 on a Friday night by the White Sox at home. That's nasty. That's disgusting. Just think they come back better attitude, have a better outing today. I'm going to take the Blue Jays run line, and I'm also going to take an over in this one. Expecting the White Sox to put together back-to-back solid road performances, I just cannot do. So, Savale gets cracked. Blue Jays bounce back. White Sox probably do put up a couple runs over Blue Jays for me. So, like you're in this slot, Cubs, Mariners, I would just probably go with the over too. Just taking over. Ron, how you feeling?
I'm calling you out in this time slot. How's that, Jay? Because you say to trust the White Sox to have back-to-back road performances. Meanwhile, your Rangers are 14-23 on the road. And you say their offense is doing well. They scored 6 runs against Mike Burrows and company. In the previous 4 games, they scored 7 runs combined. So let's pump the brakes in this Rangers offense. Let's roll my guy Mitch Keller on the money line in the Pittsburgh Pirates. Kumar Rocker's gotten crushed on the road this season. I think the Pirates take the game there. I also like the over in the Mariners-Cubs where, I mean, I haven't seen hitting weather like this at Wrigley in a long time. We saw it similar earlier in the season with the Diamondbacks and Cubs, and we saw those series were crazy. Carson Kelly, I think 2 or 3 home runs in one game, grand slams, comebacks. It was a crazy series, and I think we see a lot of runs. With Emerson Hancock can certainly give up a few home runs, and a young pitcher in Cade Horton. I also like the Giants on the money line. Now, the thing about Oracle Park, the way that it's built, even when the wind is blowing out, it actually sometimes can be more beneficial to the pitchers because the wind is going to keep the ball in the stadium. I do think it's going to be more of a lower scoring game, and I think Landon Roop's the better option in that one. I think the Giants take that game, bounce back in a low scoring game. So lean towards the under, but the Giants on the money line.
There we go. Rangers going to kick the crap out of the Pirates. Just letting y'all know.
No shot. The only thing about that game is my guy Dennis Santana is not available out of the bullpen after he was suspended for swinging at a fan in the bullpen. 4 games.
Wow.
Probably their best reliever. So that's, for a bullpen that's already a little weak, not having Santana, that could show up in a high leverage spot. But Kumar Rocker is the type of guy that could unravel in 5-6 runs in the first 2 innings.
You're right. You're right about that. Good outing today, though. The Pirates can't hit.
Rangers can't either.
They did get to DeGrom in that 1 inning yesterday. What was that, the 4th inning? DeGrom just couldn't get out of there. He had 2 outs and then ended the bases loaded and gave up 2. That's what really took off my under. I was so mad.
Pirates had a lot of opportunities in that game. They had 9 hits and just, been able to string together innings. But they, against one of the best pitchers in baseball, they actually didn't look that feeble. Now you got Kumar Rocker.
Fair. See how it plays out. We'll keep it rolling. Next game up. Got the Money Marlins fresh off a home dub last night. They got Yuri Perez on the mound today versus Holmes. The Braves, night and day on the road and at home. Will that continue today? We'll discuss. We got the Mets and the Phillies. Good series right here, man. We got Griffin Canning. Can Canning get the Mets a dub or do their losing streak continue? And the Phillies got Mama That Man, one of my favorite young arms in this league, Mick Abel on the mound. We also got the Royals and the Padres. Cameron versus Dylan Cease. And we got the Rockies, the Colorado Rockies, versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Merrill Kelly battling it out with Palmquist. I'm up first here in this one. Not a premium. But I'm probably gonna put $100 on the Rockies today. I just got to out of principle. I know they let us down last night. They let me fucking down last night, man. But it's like, do you really trust the Diamondbacks at minus 220 in Coors? Do you really? No, you don't.
I do.
I don't. Taking a shot on them Rockies today. Y'all know I got a problem with them Rockies. I have a problem. I've kept it tucked for majority of the season. I haven't really bet on them a ton. But as this weather start to heat up, I think them Rockies gonna start to heat up a little bit as well. So I'm gonna take a shot, fade Arizona. I feel like this is an Arizona, letdown spot. And I'm gonna go back to the money Marlins. I just love fading the Atlanta Braves on the road. Everybody knows it. Night and day. This team is night and day at home and at the crib. So right now they are 12-25 on the road this season, while the Marlins are 16-23. Marlins have a better home record than the Braves have on the road, and we're getting plus 130 in our back pocket. I don't think Yuri Perez is as bad as his number suggests. I do think, he'll kind of get his shit together here soon. Marlins. Money Marlins. I got to find my Marlins hat. I really haven't seen it in a while. It's probably in a box, like from when I moved. I haven't really worn it in like a year. I need to find that. Money Marlins. How you feeling, Ron?
I'm going to take the Braves. I'm going to fade you there. I think Perez has a lot of potential, but the concern for me, no strikeouts his last game in 4 innings of work against the Nationals. I think the Braves can get to him. I think Grant Holmes is a good option. Just had 15 strikeouts his last start. I just think the Braves take that one.
Are you not concerned with the road play, like 12-25? Like, that's concerning. 13 games below 500 on the road.
Right. I think for me personally, I don't really look into the home and road splits as much. I think it's convenient to mention it, but it doesn't really apply to my handicapping that much.
Fair.
I think also the Braves started the season 0-7 on the road with the Padres, Dodgers. So it's gonna be a while till they can kind of chip away at that bad record. But fair. I think the Mets Phillies go over the total. I think that both starting pitchers could be in trouble. We know the Mets are in a tough spot with their pitching rotation and pitching staff with all the injuries, and it doesn't get any easier when Griffin Canning has really struggled recently, and he's just given up a lot of sharp contact. The walks are piling up. His control's off. So I think the Mets and Phillies score plenty of runs. I would take the over in the first 5.
There we go. Javon, how you feeling in this slap, my man?
Man, they're really making you pay for it if you want to back the Diamondbacks. But Merrill Kelly's on the mound. He usually pitches well against Colorado, whether that's at home or in Coors where he's at tonight. I'm going to have to back the Arizona Diamondbacks. And to get the plus money, you're going to have to get -3. I'm at plus 116. Do I want to do it? No, but I think it's going to be a blowout the water situation with Carson Palmquist on the mound. And I'm also going to take Arizona's team total over 6.5. It's juiced, 135, but I think it's warranted. I think Arizona's going to make a lot of hay in this one, crossing a lot of guys, getting a lot of guys across the plate. So that's the only way I'll play it. Those are the 2 ways I'll play it. I'm not taking the outright over because of Merrill Kelly's success against the Rockies. I think he could shut them down. And I think he might be able to go deep enough to boot. So, I don't know if the Diamondbacks contribute enough for me to get to that big total.
I don't know. I say if you like, I don't think I think Merrill Kelly get touched up. I do. The Rockies are hitting much better than I think the general mass give them credit for. They hitting right now. I like the form of the Rockies right now. I do. They're playing much better than I think people will give them credit.
I rode them. You know, I rode them one too many times yesterday because I had them first 5, and they had it.
They had it.
They scored.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like they still right there. We right there.
I mean, I don't know about full game because they got blown up the water in that second half of last night's game. But I'm talking about first 5 because that's where I had them. There. And you know they scored, and then top of the 5th they gave up 3, and it was 9-7, just like that. So, you know, yeah. I mean, look, the bat. I mean, the pitching. If their pitching is not holding up, they're gonna get slaughtered no matter what their bats do.
What you think Merrill Kelly does today? How many runs do you think he gives up? Like, what you think his stat line after the game?
I mean, his last 3 performances has been I think a shutout, 1 run and 2 runs. Let me check.
In the Rockies today, what you think he does? But I think he give up 4 or 5.
No, I don't think he gives up much. That's what I'm saying. That's the reason why I said I'm not gonna take the over. I'd rather take Arizona team total over because I think that Merrill Kelly might have one of those gems in him in this one, especially coming off a performance where he gave up 4 runs. He's a strikeout guy, you know, and when you're a strikeout guy in a high altitude place like Colorado, you have a chance to mow him down. You just got to have some swing and miss stuff, and that's what he does have. He has swing and miss stuff. That's just the bottom line. So, you know, and he's not really when guys get hit his stuff, when they get back the ball, it's not necessarily, they don't square up on it to hit home runs is what I'm saying. So yeah, I don't think he gives up much. To tell you the truth, like I said, last 3 starts, last start on May 18th, 11 strikeouts, no earned runs, no runs at all, 1 hitter, 7 innings. Then in 2024, last year, 6 innings, 1 run, 2 hits, 6 innings, 6 runs, 2 runs given up. Yeah, I think he just has an edge against Colorado, regardless of what they put out there, no matter what their current form is.
Fair enough. He broke it down well. We'll see if he get blown up or if he continue to mow their ass down. Last slot today, Major League Baseball, fellas. We got the Cleveland Guardians out on the road versus the Homeless. We just talked about Coors Field, and now we're talking about Coors Light. Spence versus Ortiz. We also got the Angels versus the Astros. Walter versus Soriano. And last game of the night, we got Dustin May and the Monstars at home at the crib, battling it out with the Washington Nationals and Jake Irvin. How you feeling, Ron?
I think Jake Irvin's in trouble tonight. I think the Dodgers get to him early. I think they go over their team total. Maybe that's the best play rather than the run line, but I also think the Dodgers run line's worth a look. I also like the Athletics. I like the way this team's playing. The pitching's been a lot better now. Mason Miller is unavailable for this game. One of the best closers in baseball, definitely the best reliever for the A's. For a bullpen that's been struggling for the most part in 2025, that's not ideal. I was actually surprised to see them. Kind of an interesting strategy for the A's. They sent Jeffrey Springs out to pitch the 8th when he already had just under 100 pitches, which I thought was really surprising. And then you're up by 4 runs in a non-save situation. You bring in your closer. I guess they really did not want that lead to slip, but now you're in a tough spot here. I think the A's first 5 innings, and maybe split your wager between the first 5 and the full game. You just got to hope it's not a 1-run or 2-run game in the 9th inning because you won't have Mason Miller.
Fair enough, man. Jovan, what you like to close out today in Major League Baseball?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to do some trickery with. Well, actually, no. I'll leave that Washington Dodgers game alone. Because I do think that the Dodgers blow them out the water. But you're gonna have to, lay multiple runs, put this steno clip on it. You could do that, but I don't know if I'm that interested in doing that with Dustin May on the mound. It'll have to be Houston for me. You're getting even money, I believe, in that one. Um, Brandon Walters on the mound. He's done nothing in his short time in the majors, but you know, be stingy. Jose Siriano, he's been stingy as well, but I just like Houston's form a lot better. They're looking like their old selves as of late. Not putting a lot of runs on the board like that, but they are hitting well. It's just not explosive type of hitting that they're doing at the plate. But they put together workmanlike efforts. So I could only back the Houston Astros in that one.
Fair enough. I'm not in love with this back end of the slot, really. Only way I would play it is Monstars run line. Unless I have clear reason to fade the Monstars at home, I'm just not doing it. On the road, we'll fade their ass. Fade them boys.
Man, hey, remember what Mitch said, man. That -1.5, it doesn't get you in plus territory. You know what he said? That's the worst bet.
No,
the
you're
worst
right.
bet in baseball.
No, you're right.
-1.5, minus odds, man.
You're right. I don't do it often. I don't do it often. Like on a premium side, I haven't done it at all. Not one time this season. I just kind of feel like this is if I were to do, that's why I said, that's why I prefer starting this slide. I don't like this, but if I were to bet a negative run line, it would be today. It would be Dodgers. When I back the Nationals, it's at home, at the crib as underdogs. Fuck it. You talk me into it. We'll go 2.5.
You go -2. You don't got to go -2.5. But -2.5 get you better cheddar.
I've never placed a -1 or -2 bet in baseball. I've never placed one of those. I don't know. I've just never done it. I've had some really good advice on why that's better than 1.5. Somebody tried to talk me into telling me that, but I just personally, I don't know. Let it don't do it.
Who tried to talk you into that?
One of my friends.
Sir swears a lot.
Yeah, he loves it. He loves it. He loves his -1s and -2s. I just never placed one, because it's not a regular bet. Like, that's the main reason why I like. So
I'll go 1.5 or 2.5. You got to go for it.
Yeah.
Who wants a push?
Not me.
Hey, if you're on tilt, you might want to have a chance at a push.
Fair.
A push is a loss in my book.
Yeah, you get your money back though with that loss.
The one thing I do like in this back end of the slot, though, I like Nick Kurtz. Nick Kurtz. The best co-op card of all time. Actually, he's the second best. He's the second best because that Evan Carter is better than him.
Yeah.
But shout out Nick Kurtz, though, man. He playing well right now. Had started the game off, with an explosion yesterday, and I think he's liable to do it again. Just letting y'all know my thoughts. Kind of like a Nick Kurtz home run. He's having a really good, week? Was that walk-off within the week? I think it was. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, had a home run yesterday.
Yeah, so he's just in good form right now. I like betting on players playing well. So, Nick Kurtz.
Now, what's the worst co-op card? Is it Orlando Cepeda? Mike Piazza? Piazza's pretty terrible.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who I just really hated to. I think last year wasn't Yasmani Grandal last year. I think he was one. He could hit, but he was so damn slow.
Yeah, that Verdugo has no good attributes.
Yeah,
I usually go with Carter, Kurtz, and if I have to do a catcher, Higashioka, of course.
Yeah, that's usually the three I run too. My Rangers catcher and Carter and Kurtz. Carter's actually one of my better cards. Like, I think he's like parallel 5. Like,
wow.
shout out Carter, man. He had a decent game yesterday. See if he has another good game today. Another home run I like. Give me a Dolis home run. I kind of like when he gets to playing well. The reason I like the Rangers, they looked like old form yesterday. Dolis was playing well. Simeon was playing well. Seager had him a home run. Watch out, bro. I'm just saying, watch out. Give me a Seager home run. There we go. That's who need to pick it up. This is Corey Seager. Yep. All right, fellas, that's baseball for the day. Anything y'all guys might have missed? Full card Major League Baseball today?
Nothing for me.
No, I think we covered it all.
All righty. We head to our last and final slot of the day, which is WNBA. It's just 2 games over there today. We got an early one and we got a late one. First one is the Mercury versus the Sky. Sky at home at the crib as 10.5-point dogs. Total 161.5. Jovan. Oh, well, yeah, we'll do one at a time. Any thoughts here on this one?
Looking at this Phoenix Mercury Chicago Sky game, is it safe to put some money on the Sky at home at this number? I mean, that's really the only way I would play it. I know that the Phoenix Mercury, they've looked well this season. 10-4, 8-6 against the spread. But I don't know. I think there might be some. I mean, look, Chicago's a bad team. 3-8. But I'm just looking at this double digit spread, and I just feel like the Mercury, they might take this team lightly. And on the other side, I think Chicago's gonna try hard enough, put enough effort into this one to, threaten for a win. They need it. So that's how I'm looking at it. They're at home. I mean, they've gotten blown out at home. That's for damn sure. But I just think in this spot, I think they got a shot. So I'm gonna back this home dog.
I'm with you. I'm on the Sky in this one. It's just a play on the spot, play on the situation. Bounce back game at home that also happens to be a revenge game. It's kind of my angle here. I also tell you guys all the time, the Mercury are just not a team I like to lay extended points with. They are one of the better teams this season in the league. They are better than the Sky, but I don't think it's worth laying this amount of points. I also like what I've seen from the Sky of recent. Their last 2 games have actually been some of their 2 best games of the season. They should have beat the Mystics in that last one. They should have beat them. I ain't gonna lie. They should have beat them. They gave it away in the 4th. I think we saw them hang around the first time these 2 teams played in Phoenix. They lost by 5. At home at the crib tonight, it's probably something similar. So Mercury are the better team. They should win this game. But I think Chicago finally kind of figuring out who they are. Different team than last year, but they're kind of figuring out who they are, playing decently. I'll grab 10.5 first game of the day. How you feeling, Ron?
Yeah, I'm going to take team total in this one. I'm going to take the Sky team total over. First meeting between these 2, Sky scored 89 points despite shooting just 28% from 3. So they crushed them in the paint, 44 points in the paint, got to the free throw line 20 times. So I think that they scored sustainable buckets in that game. Even the previous matchup the season before, a good scoring performance from Chicago, 88 points in a loss. But, whether Phoenix pulls away, this is a good Phoenix offense. They have the ability to score 90-plus points in this game. Rather than dealing with the spread, I'd rather just take the team total over for Chicago. I think they'll be competitive offensively. Not sure what we see from that defense.
Fair. Can I interest anybody in an Angel Reese triple-double tonight?
No, thank you.
No,
I'll keep my money.
Hey, bro, I'm just saying. She got one 2 games ago. I'm just saying.
She got a double-double against the Mercury the first meeting.
She's starting to play that point forward. You know what I mean? Rebound, push the pace, dime. I'm just saying. I feel like the 10 and 10. She's gonna get 10 boards. She should get 10 points. It's kind of get 10 points. The assists are pushing it, but if she continues to play the way she's played in the last 2, it's very plausible. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe you get turnovers in there. You get triple double. So she'll definitely put up a double. I bet the double is like minus 500.
Probably. Probably. All right, last game of the night, fellas. We got the Minnesota Lynx at home at the crib with the Los Angeles Sparks rolling in. Lynx 10.5-point home favorites, total 163.5. I'm leaning towards the Lynx here. I just think the Lynx are the second best team in this league, right behind the Liberty. The Sparks still slightly banged up. Kelsey Plum should be back in the lineup tonight. I also know that the Lynx could be slightly banged up tonight. Collier, I believe, is questionable. I believe she plays, and I don't believe it really matters in all of the grand scheme of things. The Lynx, second best team in the league. Sparks still near the bottom. I just see this as a dominant home game for Minnesota. So that's kind of my thoughts. Not totally in love with this game, but I would take Minnesota here. Ron?
Yep, you got me laughing a little bit. I love when there's a questionable on the injury report. You go, I think she's playing. No basis for that, but what did you call her before the show started?
Yeah.
I don't see her on the injury report, so I'm going to say I think Trey's all right. Trey's in the shoot arounds. He's playing tonight. Take the Hawks on Wednesday, but I'm going to go. This is a tough one because revenge game. I mean, these teams just played. It was a blowout for Minnesota. The thing is, the concerning factor for me is the Sparks lost that game by 23 despite shooting 54% from three. So they had a big day on the perimeter, and they still got crushed. I just don't think they have enough here offensively to keep up. I think the Lynx are going to be able to pick their number on the offensive side, 90-plus points at the minimum. And then I just don't think the Sparks have enough answers for 4 quarters. 10.5 looks like a lot, but it doesn't feel like a lot when you're down 25 in the third quarter. So I'm going to lean towards the Lynx.
I think WNBA is like the only sport me and you be on the same wavelength. Like, that's good. That's good.
Sometimes, not all the time.
Not all the time. Fair. Javon, man, how you feeling? Close out the day.
Yeah, Sparks and the Lynx over. These two on a 8-game under streak until their last game, where it ended up being 101-78. The fact of the matter is the Sparks, their defense is god awful as of right now, and I don't see that stopping in this one. 90 plus, that's kind of light. I think we might see the Minnesota Lynx drop a hundo on them again. So the only way I could play this one is the over. The Sparks, they're 8-4 against not against the spread, but to the over this season, and I think that trend keeps on going.
There we go. From Jovan, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's all. We covered everything under the sun. All 15 Major League Baseball, both games in the dub. Side total, couple props thrown in there, man. Y'all know how we do it. Money making Saturday. Our favorite plays are the plays over at Pick Dogs Premium. Those are the plays we have our most money on. Those are the plays we love the most. Ron Romanelli, what you got over at Pick Dogs Premium today, my guy?
Yeah, we're red hot in baseball. We cashed 4 straight rundown plays. So I got my rundown best bet in Major League Baseball. Also got 2 Canadian Football League plays. I know it's not a very popular sport. It can be tough to get the games on. There are a few websites that you can watch those games, and they're kind of entertaining. But for me, it's just spread sports. I'm a technical handicapper, situational handicapper. Doesn't matter the sport, as long as there's a spread and spread data, I can attack it. And we had a really bad beat last night, 100-yard kickoff return with 20 seconds to go to lose the game. But I feel really good about these 2 CFL plays today. So you can get those 2 CFL plays and my rundown best bet in a 3-pack. I think at the minimum we go 2-1. Feeling good about a 3-0.
There you go. Hop on with Ron the Don Romanelli. Cash you some tickets today. I'm the biggest CFL hater. I actually, for the first time in my life, saw a CFL clip pop up on my timeline last night. So that beat had to have been that bad because it was the kickoff.
Oh, yeah. I mean, It was brutal. I mean, in my head, I'm thinking, okay, I want him to return it because I'm getting 3.5 points. Get into field goal range, kick the game-winning field goal. We go home happy. And then he just kept running and running and running, and that was it.
Fair, man. Damn.
Gotta love it.
Gotta love it, man.
Starting early.
Man. Up on Ron the Don today, though, ladies and gentlemen, and do the damn thing. Jovan, what you got going on over at Pick Dogs Premium today, buddy?
I have 3 plays in all, 2 MLB, 1 WNBA. I haven't been in a W in a while, but I'm back on the saddle. This time there's a lot of low-hanging fruit, so that I've let pass. So not today. I'm not going to let it pass. MLB, some water got doused on me last couple of days, but generally speaking, prior to that, it's been running hard in MLB, so I'm not worried about it. We'll get there today with the 2 wins that I got on the board. Might put up a third. I'm likely to put up a third just to make a 3-pack in the MLB. So that's where it's at now. Jump on something long term. I'm running ahead of schedule so far this season. Football's right around the corner. You know what it is with me in football. So, looking for another big year. Jump on something long term.
On with Jovan, ladies and gentlemen. Continue to do it. Continue to do it. Continue to cash over at Pick Dogs Premium. Hey, I got a small card today, too. 3 plays likely for me today. 1 play in the dub. My $19 WNBA play of the day. I am 18-7 on that play this season. Bad beat last night. Was what it was. Be what it be. We're back on the horse. So scoop that play up for $19. Been seeing the board well. Looking to keep the momentum rolling forward there. I have my $19 play for you in Major League Baseball. 5-2-1 last 8 on that play. I did drop that one yesterday. So it's just a real bounce back day for me today. So looking to cash that. And then tomorrow, you know what tomorrow is, man. It's Game 7. My Pacers, man, my Thunder buddies battling it out to hoist a Larry O'Brien. I have my play up for you guys probably tonight. Jam session will probably be up tonight as well. So be on the lookout for it, man. Be on the lookout for it. We'll break it down and continue to try to keep the good run we've had in the conference finals and the finals rolling. But y'all know what time it is now. Y'all know what part of the show it is. It's parlay time. Parlay. Run the Don, Mr. Rundown, here on a Saturday, shaking up the world. What you got for us?
Pirates over your Rangers on the money line. Rays over the most fraudulent team in Major League Baseball, the Detroit Tigers, on the money line. And that's it. 2-teamer. You don't need more than that.
The Fade J Parlay. Fair. Jovan, Mr. 2-teamer. How you feeling? You're muted.
We're going to throw several of these 2-teamers out there.
Okay.
Tampa Bay Rays, New York Yankees, both money line plays. Milwaukee Brewers, Pittsburgh Pirates, another money line play. San Francisco Giants, Houston Astros, another money line parlay. And for a 4th one, Mariners, Cubs over, White Sox, Blue Jays over. Man, I might be an 18.
Man, do what y'all want with that, ladies and gentlemen. What you say, Jovan?
Book and cash and do what you gotta do with it.
Yeah, there you go.
that one.
There you go. I'm gonna give y'all 2. Chalk and then dog. Chalk, we're gonna go Cardinals money line, Blue Jays money line. I think the Blue Jays bounce back at home following an ugly Friday night home loss to the White Sox. And the Cardinals have just earned that respect at home at the crib this season. I think Cincinnati's Linsanity run is officially over. And dogs, we're going to go with the Baltimore Orioles, Yankees slump. And we're going to go with the Rockies. Colorado Rockies. 2-team dog parlay, man. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. That's it. That's all, ladies and gentlemen. Covered everything under the sun. I see some people asking for UFC. I don't have no UFC for y'all today. No UFC for me. The next martial arts I'm looking forward to is Canelo Crawford. That's what I'm looking forward to. Ooh, it's gonna be one of them ones. So, yeah. Other than that, man, we're just betting baseball, betting WNBA. We got one game left. The finals be here tomorrow, 9 a.m. Central Time, 10 a.m. Eastern, and let you guys know our thoughts, our opinions, how we see the action shaping out in that one. I believe we got a full 15-game Major League Baseball card tomorrow. And I believe it's a decent WNBA card tomorrow as well. So plenty of money-making opportunities. We'll be here to cover it. Make sure you're here. Subscribe. Today's the day, I believe. I believe today's the day. We're going to hit 250. So share with a friend, share with a neighbor, share with your betting group, share it on Twitter, Instagram, wherever you at, we at.
Only 11 subscribers away, actually.
Oh, so yeah, we hitting it today. We can
hit it right here. Everybody subscribe.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can really hit it right now if y'all did.
Come on.
We can really hit it.
We're not going off the air until it happens. How about that?
That's insane. 250. Man. Damn. Shout out the team. Shout out the hard work everybody on the team has done, from the handicappers to the editors to the behind the scene folks to our tech folk to every department that we have. Y'all don't see everybody here on the team, but they're an intricate part of the team. And this is for all of us, man. This is for the GOAT Money Man Mitch, man. We're just trying to keep it rolling in his image. So appreciate y'all more than y'all know, man. Y'all finna get me emotional, but I ain't gonna do it. 250 though, that's insane. It's insane. It's not that long ago we just hit 100,000. I feel like shit. Let's keep it rolling, man. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep doing the damn thing. Let's keep trying to win some bets. Let's keep trying to take the books behind the woodshed. And yeah, that's really all I got for y'all. Appreciate y'all for being part of the family, man. We'll hit 1 million soon. That's crazy. Get the gold plaque. Ron, Javon, any final words before we get out of here?
Good luck today. Again, I echo what you say. Thank you to everybody. It's it's a big team here, team effort, and got great things on the horizon. Not just on YouTube, but starting to be there on Instagram. Make sure you follow the Pick Dogs Instagram. We got some good content there, and trying to keep cashing these tickets as we get ready for busy season in about a month and a half.
Yes, sir. Javon, any final words before we get out of here, my man?
Yeah, short, sweet, and simple. We'll be more professional tomorrow. Do nothing but show up.
See y'all then. Make it a winning day. Aloha. Hui ho.